Normally, when you count from 1 to 5, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But with Jeremy Lin and his signature shoe with Xtep, it's kind of weird because there was the Xtep Jlin 1, then the Jlin 2, then the Jlin 3, and then the Jlin 5. I wonder what happened to the Jlin 4. Help me out because I might be missing something here. So Jeremy Lin and Chinese footwear brand Xtep returned with the latest, not the Jalen 4, which is nowhere to be found, but the Jalen 5. If you've been following the NBA but haven't heard of Jeremy Lin, you're probably too young. But if you haven't heard of his signature shoe yet, stick around, let's talk. Welcome back, this is Fresh Bear. Smash the thumbs up button, share this video to your friends, follow me on Instagram, and if you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. That said, let's dive in. Jeremy Lin rose to fame in the NBA during the 2011-2012 season. The New York Knicks were running out of options at the time, and then coach Mike D'Antoni decided to start Jeremy on February 7, 2012 against the Utah Jazz. The Knicks won, plus 6 more games straight. Jeremy had more crucial performance in the weeks that followed, and the phenomenon Linsanity was born. Jeremy was signed with Nike for 3 years beginning in 2010. In 2014, Jeremy signed with Adidas for 5 years. Then in 2019, Xtep landed him to a contract where he would be given his first ever signature shoe. Back in February 19, 2024, I posted a video about Xtep and Dylan Wang's signature shoe. Setting aside Dylan, I made a quick backstory about Xtep, the company. Roll the clip. Xtep International Holdings Limited is a Chinese company. Founded in 1987, the company focuses on sports footwear, apparel, and accessories. In 2001, Xtep, the sports brand, was established, which now has over 6,200 stores across China, with its products sold in more than 15 countries globally. According to its website, the brand launched its own footwear dedicated research and development facility in 2018. Long story short, compared to other big brands, Xtep is relatively a newcomer in the performance basketball footwear industry, but that didn't stop them from making a strong push, which brings us to Jeremy Lin's latest signature shoe, the Xtep Jlin 5. So this is the Xtep Jlin 5. The overall design of this low-top silhouette is said to be inspired by the Mandarin duck. Meanwhile, the colorway takes inspiration from the uniforms of civil and military officials in traditional Chinese culture. For the upper, the shoe uses woven TPU threads for the base layer and the extra details on top for reinforcement. The eye-stay and base of the upper are also reinforced with a thick TPU film. Meanwhile, the tongue is mesh with some thin foam backing, and the lacing setup features a lace loop that seems to adjust by tightening the rest of it at the top of the toe box. For its main cushioning, the shoe uses what the brand calls Xtep Ace midsole foam, which is said to be the world's first piezo supercritical foam. It's basically a fancy term for using nitrogen under more pressure than usual to enhance the foaming process of the midsole material. Now, the full-length Xtep Ace midsole is surrounded by a TPU cage at the lateral and heel sections, together with a plastic external heel counter. Below the midsole is a sculpted carbon shank for torsional rigidity. Lastly, the outsole uses solid rubber with a radiating and overlapping herringbone pattern, together with circular pods at the ball of the foot and the heel. The Xtep Jlin 5 is already available in some shopping apps here in the Philippines, and pairs right now go for 5,476 pesos at a discount, which is roughly about $100. Retail could fetch as high as $130 depending on availability. As for the shoe itself, I like the overall design of the shoe, although it's not something that we haven't seen before, especially from other Chinese brands. Now, many of these shoes have been using woven TPU threads lately, combined with a brand-specific full-length foam midsole and aggressive herringbone traction pattern. This could be good performers overall based on what we know so far, but it's not entirely something unique to be sure. In the meantime, let me know what you think about the Xtep Jlin 5. Post your thoughts in the comment section, smash the thumbs up button, share this video to your friends, follow me on Instagram, and if you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. This is Fresh Bear, thanks for watching, peace and love to the fellow underdogs.